Hello students, welcome to Coffee with Mrs. T. This is our kind of touch base video that I'm going to do every so often, probably once a week, but at least once every other week. I'm going to do a touch base video with you like this, and this week is week 2, and we're doing this video just to kind of make sure that you're getting acclimated to the class. I know this semester is new and everybody's class is set up a little bit differently, and so I want to just chat with you for a second on how to navigate our class and what grades mean and how to get grades and that kind of stuff, how to take notes, and the notes are required, those kinds of things. So, yeah, so let me get a sip of coffee so we can do this video. You get something to drink too, and let's chat. Okay. So, yes, this is week 2, and that means that most of you have been with me already for a week. So hi, and welcome back. And some of you might be brand new because drop and add, change schedule, that didn't end until I think Friday of last week. And so some of you maybe just got access to Blackboard right now, and you're trying to get kind of your bearings on how class works. So one of the things that I need to say, or let me just start with, let me just start with this rundown. Let me say that regardless of whether you've been with me for a week or you're new, these are the things that you need to do if you haven't already done them. There is a Start Here folder. Let me minimize me so I can show it to you. Yeah, I'll minimize me, and then yes. So I've got behind me here on the screen just the section 69 of sociology. So if you're in sociology or social problems class, the same thing applies for you. So when you log in, you'll see these things, right? You'll see a module 1 that has your weekly folders in it, but you'll see a Start Here folder. And what you need to do if you haven't already done it is go to the Start Here folder. I thought I clicked. There we go. Go to the Start Here folder and watch all of these videos. These videos give you the rundown on the requirements that you have, your obligations in class, and my obligations to you in class, and what the syllabus is like. Also, please notice, some of you already have because you've texted me. I have an assignment that I'm changing the name of the assignment to Reflection Journal. So you'll see these Reflection Journal and quiz instructions here, listed here, but video 2 is about reaction paper, how to do reaction papers. Those are the same things. You'll hear me I know that this inconsistency is there, and I kind of left it there intentionally so I could talk to you about it. In the video lectures that you're required to watch each week, some of them are new, and I've updated them with the words Reflection Journal. I'm changing the name of reaction paper to Reflection Journal, but some of the lecture videos I still say reaction paper. And so I need you to know right off the bat that little weekly assignment, it's a small weekly assignment, 10 points at a time, that you're supposed to get, one set of 10 points at a time. You're supposed to get 10 of them. So I want you to make sure that you know when you hear me say reaction paper that I'm talking about a reflection journal, okay? And vice versa. When I say reflection journal, it's the same thing as I refer to other times as reaction paper. It's the same assignment. It's not two different things that you're supposed to be doing. Okay, and so this quiz 1 is over the syllabus, it's over the assignments, it's over the things that you're required to do in class, and it is available until, what day is that? I think let's see, is that today? Yeah, it's available until tonight at midnight, okay? So I need you to take this quiz over these logistical things. Even if you're a brand new person, you've got access to that, but it's due tonight. Most of the rest of you have already done it. If you haven't, get to it now, because it will disappear tonight, and you won't be able to see it after that. Okay, so let me close the Start Here folder and go to Modular 1, because in our Modular 1 folder, you're going to see the weeks that pass. So I've got the date range here, and you're going to see the weeks that pass in this Modular 1 folder. We're on week 2. So if you go to week 1, you are required to watch the videos, video 1, 2, and 3, and 4, actually, and take notes on these videos. Take notes on the videos. Maybe organize your notes by saying stuff came from here's video 1 notes, video 2, video 3, etc., because I require that you cite the videos in your big point getting assignments for the unit assessments that we do at the end of each of the modules. Okay, so when you're taking notes, I think it will be easiest for you if you organize it by video 1, video 2, video 3, etc. Sometimes there's 5 videos, sometimes there's 3 videos, however many videos during the week. Put week 2, video whatever, right? Or week 1, video whatever, because you need those notes. You're supposed to summarize those notes, refer to those notes, review the definitions from those notes in your reflection journal. That's what you're supposed to do anyway. And so you can get practice citing those videos in your reflection journal. That's what I suggest that you do. So it'll just keep you up with what you're supposed to be doing on a weekly basis. When I say cite, I do not require a particular citation style. Whatever class that you're in right now that does require a particular thing, please follow that instructor's guideline and just use it for my class too. I don't want to confuse you. You can use their stuff. Or you can be extremely informal as long as you cite something. You can say, in week 2, video 3, Mrs. T said blah, blah, and I think this, this, and this about that. Or the book says this, and the book seems to be different than Mrs. T. Why? Or it seems to be the same as Mrs. T. It just explains it with a different example or something. You can do it that kind of comparison. And you can just say the book says, and Mrs. T says, if you're talking about our inside sources. Whenever you have an outside source, and some of you have already done this, you bring something in from sociology.com or a current event that you can cite, anything that you bring into the class to discuss is an outside source. I do need a little bit more of a citation than that. If you're using an episode of The Family Guy, I need to know which episode of The Family Guy and maybe where I can find it. Is it on Hulu or something where I could find it and watch it myself? And so that's how you would do an outside source. Okay, but take notes on all of these things, and each week you have a reflection journal and a quiz that are due. This was due yesterday, and so you can't start it now. It's over. You're not able to complete it because that's the way these things work. Skips of these assignments are built into the system. And so you are supposed to skip these things. You can't skip taking notes on the video lectures because you have to use those notes on the unit assessment, all of your notes from every week on the unit assessment moving forward. So you can't do that. Can't skip the notes, that is. But if you wait past a Sunday when the reflection journal and the quiz are due, you cannot make those up. And I don't hate you. It's just one of the rules. I don't want you to fail. No, skips of those assignments, 6 or 7 times you can skip those assignments this semester. And most people skip week 1 anyway, because we don't have very much sociology yet. Okay, so anyway, when you skip those assignments, you'll see a 0 appear in the grade book for you, and I will exempt that 0 right away, and up to 6 or 7. So there's 7 skips for quizzes and 6 skips for reflection journals. And so if you skip one, it'll say 0, and then I will exempt the score up to 6. So please keep up with your grade that way, and make sure that you turn them in. Go ahead and get them in there. Don't collect too many zeros too quickly in class. You want to save those skips for intentional skips later on in the semester, not accidental ones. Save them for intentional skips. You're going to be out of town. You have to go to a wedding. You don't want to do something during Thanksgiving week. You want to be finished with it at that time. You don't want to do something during Halloween week. You want to be finished with them at that time. Plan strategically for how you want to do these kinds of things. Okay? So, let me see. What else do I need to tell you before this video is over? I'm going to do maybe another touch base video like this with you this particular week. It won't be a timely thing that you have to have in your notes. It'll just be like logistical stuff, how to, and, orientation to the class kind of thing, and getting to know each other. So please don't be a stranger. That's the last thing I will tell you. Please don't be a stranger. You have my cell phone number, at least you should, if you followed the instructions in the Start Here folder, you should have my cell phone number. You can find it in the announcements, and you can find it in the communication plan folder. And so please use that cell phone number as a way to contact me. Your first way, honestly, it's probably going to be the only way you're going to need to contact me, because that's going to be the quickest way that I'm going to respond to you. I do not keep my cell phone with me constantly like a lot of you young whippersnappers do these days. I leave it on the kitchen counter. I go outside, I water the plants, I go feed the chickens, I go do something. You know, I leave it, and then I come back, and maybe 2 hours I'll see it. It's not attached to my hip like y'all do. Okay, I'm an old lady, so I don't use it as much as you do, but it's the first thing that I see. It's the first thing that I do. So I will respond to your text messages as soon as I see them, including at like 5 o'clock in the morning if you send me something, overnight. I go to sleep really early, and so if you send me something like after 9 o'clock at night, chances are I won't see it until like 5 o'clock in the morning, and so that's when I will respond to you. And so that's the quickest way. Please don't use the message function in our Blackboard class. I'm trying to figure out how to actually hide that so that you don't even have access to that, because that's a very slow way to get a hold of me, and no guarantee that I'll see it very quickly at all, especially if like I go out of town for the weekend or something. If I go out of town for the weekend, I'm still your teacher. I've got my cell phone. You text me, and I will be happy to respond and to do that kind of thing. But I might not be logging into Blackboard all the time to see those messages. So please, I'm sincere about using my cell phone number anytime you want. Text me though, because often I have my cell phone set to not receive incoming calls. So text me your question, and please don't text, "Hey, I have a question," and that's all you text, and like you wait for me for several hours to respond to you or something. If you have a question, text it. Or if you have 3 questions, say number 1, blah, number 2, blah, blah, number 3, blah, 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 and I'll respond as soon as I see it. Like, I'll go ahead and respond with those questions. We need a written record anyway of what your question was and how I responded, so that we've got a record. If we ever talk on the phone, which I certainly can, or if we ever talk in office hours, I've got online office hours linked in our Blackboard class. If you ever come to online office hours to talk to me one-on-one, I usually tell people when we're finished, especially if we make a decision about something, especially if I give you permission to do this, or guidelines to do something that's maybe slightly different than what the class says, or isn't clear about. I always say, text me what we have just decided on. Text me that you talked to me during this, and here's what we said, so that we have that written record, and neither of us can go back on it or pretend like it didn't happen or misremember it or something, right? Okay, so this is going to be a great semester. Thank you so much for being my student. And you're here for me, I'm here for you. I'm going to be grading stuff as quickly as possible, giving you feedback as quickly as possible. Read the feedback on assignments that I give you, because it's a personal message to you. It's not some automated thing that I've got programmed into Blackboard and everybody gets the same message. It's me and you communicating specifically with your needs. Okay, take those notes, text me with questions, and I will see you in the next update video, in the next lecture videos, and we can do this, okay? This is wonderful, and I will see you next time. Bye.